Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another My Team Career Mode episode. And today we've got race number 20 at Mexico and race number 21 at Brazil. But before we get into today's video, make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see some more going forward. Subscribe's that big red button. But let's go and get into qualifying, where we will have a 10-place grid penalty due to new components we put on the car. Starting lap number 1, let's see where we can put ourselves before our penalty. After a purple middle sector, let's see where this lap's going to put us. And it puts us P2 for now, just behind Ricciardo. I normally go very well around Mexico. And as you can see, we're currently in P8 before we start the second lap of this session. Another purple middle sector. I don't know where this lap's going to put us, but it's felt good. We jump up to P1!
Put in the fastest lap. Good job.
We're P1 for now.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race.
We've got our first pole! Get in there!
We'll be fronting the
We nailed that lap.
And Valtteri Bottas. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry. We'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
We've got a few new components on the car as well. R&D's done us the world of good for this race. But somehow, with a car that's really not meant to be up here, we put ourselves on pole position. And don't worry, next season the difficulty will be going up, because we're currently on like 95. I might put it up to close to 100. But yeah, pole position for the Mexican Grand Prix before we take our penalty.
Here we go then. It's time to race in Mexico City, a place which gave Honda their first ever victory back in 1965. American Richie Ginther won from third on the grid. And what are the Honda-powered cars this year? Well, Red Bull have been going strong here in recent seasons, so can they keep that record going today? We're a long way above sea level here in Mexico today, which could pose some cooling issues for the cars as they make their way around this 2.6-mile lap. 17 corners with top speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and watch out for potential overtaking into turns 1 and 4. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Let's talk briefly about Esteban Ocon. Looks like they've got a tough race in store today as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the field.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Norris, Daniel Ricciardo, and Sainz, Perez, Albon, Vettel and Buchan, Leclerc, Kvyat, Pierre Gasly and Stroll, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Esteban Ocon. They've taken a grid penalty. And Roman Grosjean, Schumacher, Magnussen, Russell and Nicholas Latifi. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
As you saw in the grid sequence, we have taken a 10-place grid penalty for the new component. So our pole position has been taken away from us. But we did achieve the fastest lap in qualifying. And I believe we could be pushing for some good points today. Let's see what we can do in the race. And red lights are out and away we go. Using Rich Mix ERS, trying to get past Alex Albon already. Come across the track slightly. There is a racing point car there. We're going to go down the inside of Sainz. And Verstappen, which holds the outside line for here. And we're already up into P5. Great start from us. Can we have a go at Lando or Ricciardo into this corner? Not really. They're too wide, side by side. There's absolutely nowhere for us to go. But we do get Ricciardo after Lando Norris squeezes him out. P4, what a start that is. Let's try and set up Lando for an overtake on the straight. We went slightly wide through there. Might be able to have a go into this corner actually. And we're going to try and brake a little bit later. He turns in. He brake checks us through there a little bit. And he may pull away now.
That's a decent start. Good job.
We use our ERS and Rich Mix just to try and stay in DRS zone for next lap. Get DRS here, which will pull us a little bit closer to the straight. We need a good run off the stadium section. And we don't really get one. We could be at risk here from Ricciardo, to be fair. Get our DRS open. Ricciardo is coming. Try and get ourselves a nice run onto this straight. Don't really get it, but we are close to Lando. Slightly wide through there, and then really wide through here. The dirty air around Mexico is horrendous.
Your MFD for
Come
a
on.
new strategy.
We're gaining on him. We're gaining on him very quickly now. We're going to have a go. He's gone a little bit defensive. No, we can't. There's no room.
Okay, copy
That
that.
works for me. Come on. It's time to have a go now. We should be able to make this move. Brake a little bit later than Lando. Running really deep. But we make the move stick. We're into P3. Now we need to try and break DRS. Lando's coming. We're not going to defend it too hard, because like I said, we are pitting this lap. We give him the space. Nice side-by-side racing there with our fellow Brit. But we hold on to the position. Right, boxing now. We're coming into the pits. Hopefully we can get the pit entrance right. And we do. We slow down a little bit too much, but it's fine. Anything's better than picking up a speeding in the pit lane penalty. Let's go.
Go, go, go.
And we've pitted the first car on the field to pit, so we are now last. But hopefully we can make some overtakes, and when people pit, we should still be in the top three. Closing into the back of Latifi now. Let's see how fast we can pass him, but we're feeling the dirty air already. We're going to make a move into this right-hander. We had such good run through there, we had to.
Brilliant.
Nice overtake. Now he's coming back at us with his Mercedes-powered Williams. Is Russell pitting? No. Right, we're going to have to make this overtake. There's a few cars in the pits as well. Hamilton's in front of us, as he was before. Yellow flag! Yellow flag, what's happened?
Be aware, there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtake.
Past the Williams though, so that's something. Lando Norris is out of the session. A racer was battling with earlier. He is now out. And we are a lot closer to Hamilton than we were before pits.
Clear.
Still within DRS range on Lewis. Couple cars in the pits, including our teammate. Slipstream, DRS, come on. That Mercedes car is just so quick in a straight line. Got a bit of a wobble on through there. Hamilton's defending, you can see he's got worried about us catching him. Come on, as long as we stay with Lewis, we'll get the podium.
Car in front is 3.0.
We're back into P3 as well. Leclerc and Giovinazzi pitted.
We're leading our teammate by 19.6 seconds. This is your final lap of the race.
Beautiful through there. That's the place where you can pick up a lot of penalties if you're not careful.
Gap to car in front is 3.6 seconds.
Should be straightforward now through here. Bottas wins the Mexican Grand Prix. Hamilton's going to come home in second. And hopefully, just get this final corner right. And we are going to come home in P3. What a result for us and what a result for Jordan.
My friend, top job. I was a bit worried about this one at the start of the weekend, but you've pulled through. Thank you.
And we get driver of the day. Get in there. What a result.
And so the celebrations begin, and well earned they are indeed.
And Hamilton is the world champion.
But as any racing driver will tell you, competing at this...
He's won the first world championship of our career in season number 1 of F1 2020 My Team.
World Drivers Champion. The thin air here in Mexico City makes this event a brutal one for these Formula One cars. But this team have done a fantastic job to make it to the checkered flag and take a well-earned victory. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
Incredible day of racing. Who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I have to give it to Buchan. There was a lot going on all down the field, but they were the only one who I really felt maximised their potential.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
And I also wasn't aware, but on the final lap of the race, we got the fastest lap of the race, so it gives us the extra bonus point for the team. What a result that is. Fastest lap of the race, pole in the qualifying, which obviously got took from us, and then a podium. Absolutely fantastic weekend. 114 points now altogether, and as the team we got 118. Just a fantastic weekend altogether, and we are gaining on McLaren. I didn't think we could get close to them because I did not expect a podium at all, but after that result, we're only 10 points off of them. We should be able to keep Racing Point behind us as well. What a result.
Work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. How's your grid penalty going to affect your strategy going into the race?
We've done the race? We've already done the race, Emma.
You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you? You must be happy with the result today. You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled. Great. Well, that's
For our acclaim, 13 and team acclaim. And we get all the bonuses, which is 915k. Fantastic. Right, let's do some stuff here a minute. Do racecraft for Mick. And then we want to do title sponsor venue opening. And then should we do something like, we'll do the durability team training, team building, and we'll also do the driver promotion filming, which leaves us one day short of doing anything. Can I buy anything without going over the funds that I need to? No, I'm not going to risk anything because I don't want to not be able to afford Mick Schumacher's contract at the end of the season. So we're just going to now advance to the Brazilian Grand Prix. Number one, I'm a bit optimistic around here because in practice I got P1 but everyone else wasn't doing qualifying. Right, this has been a little bit scruffy around this lap, but let's see where it's going to put us for now. P3.
Qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Leclerc, Bottas and Sebastian Vettel. With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
Well, I couldn't improve on the second lap, so the first lap did stand, and it put us in 9th place. Quite surprisingly, I didn't think we'd be... I said we'd aim for top 10, but that lap just did not feel good. But we're definitely putting up the difficulty for next season.
Formula One returns to Sao Paulo once again with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Brazilian Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his third championship here in 2012, and in 2016, Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time. It's an unusual anti-clockwise race here at Interlagos, where the Sao Paulo locals are packed into the grandstands at each of the 15 corners around this classic 2.7-mile circuit. Two very fast sections bookend the famous and highly technical Sector 2, where getting a good run out of Junsao into one of the two DRS zones will be the key to any overtaking prospects today. Anthony Davidson is here once again for today's Grand Prix. So, let's briefly discuss Lewis Hamilton. What a season they've had. A well-deserved championship victory, and the pressure now surely off with the title already in the bag.
It really is well deserved. I wouldn't say it's been a faultless title challenge, but certainly one that has been consistent and well managed. Here's hoping they let off a bit of steam today and give us an exciting race.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Vettel, Ricciardo, Lewis Hamilton and Verstappen, Albon, Sainz, Buchan and Lando Norris, Perez, Gasly, Daniel Kvyat and Stroll, Raikkonen, Magnussen, Antonio Giovinazzi and Esteban Ocon, Grosjean, Latifi, Schumacher and George Russell ends our grid lineup. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
After the podium last race, people are expecting a lot from you this weekend, but it's going to be tough from here.
Obviously, one stop as always. Two, three, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Very short run into turn 1 here. We've been left absolutely nowhere to go. A little bit on the curb. But we make that overtake on Albon, who's no longer in a rivalry of us. And now we're right behind the world champion. We're going to give Sainz the corner there. We've been passed by Lando as well. Couple of messy corners there from us. We're down to P9 where we started after a very good start.
Position on lap 1, that's not great, but it's not terrible. Stay focused.
We'll use the ERS and Rich mix to try and have a go at Lando into turn 1. And a bit of slipstream too. He's covering the inside line. We're going to try and go around the outside, which gives us the inside for the second turn. We just about make it stick and squeeze him out on the apex of turn 2. To get past exactly, Jeff. We're nowhere near Sainz. Bit of a mistake through there. Completely tortured our run up this straight. Lando's going to have DRS, probably going to use ERS and Rich Mix alongside each other. I'm going to try and outbrake him into turn 1. Down the inside. He didn't back out the corner very stupidly from him. But we maintain the position for now.
Affirmative. Medium tyres at the next stop.
After one of the most boring stints I have ever done, we're boxing the end of this lap now for some medium tyres. And let's hope that we'll still be quick on them. Perfect entrance to the pits as well. The team wanted us to pit for the hards for 7 laps, which doesn't make any sense.
Go now.
Oh, I stalled it in the pits, damn it! We're still out in front of Albon though.
Okay, stay.
And we're coming out. Albon is trying to have a go at us already. We're in P12 currently.
It's +1. Faster engine modes are available.
Albon's gone past us. That's a position we've lost now. We're about down to P13 before everyone pits.
0.3 seconds.
We're already out of DRS range, coming to the end of the lap where he overtook us. And we get on the grass there. Oh my god. And after all the pit stops, I believe we're in P9.
Virtual safety car, virtual safety car. Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast.
Daniel Kvyat is out of this race, and I can presume with engine failure. From the worn components he probably didn't change. And we have a VSC to deal with. But it's fine, we didn't pick ourselves up a penalty from it.
Green flag.
A bit late, Jeff. It's already happened. Now, I'm not sure if Albon's got a problem, but we have gained massively on him this lap. The gap's down to 1.4 seconds. It was up to like 2.5.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. The car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap form.
Little bit of a mistake into turn 1. Which might leave us defending from Gasly towards the end of this lap. P9. Good result, not quite the third we got last time out, but it's still points. Get in there.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Ocon gets driver of the day.
Wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Some amazing talent out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Charles Leclerc showed exactly how to manage yourself out on the track today. He was almost flawless out there. Incredible stuff.
It's another clear win for Mercedes as they managed to secure the Constructors' title. An incredible performance for the whole team. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. You're breaking all expectations. What's your secret? There's quite a buzz around this team at the moment. What? You left a lot of paint on the walls today. Were you struggling for grip, or did you just misjudge some corners? Appreciate your time.
I honestly don't remember hitting a single wall, so I don't know what she's on about. But yeah. Team Acclaim, we got 13. And we're up to 11 now for ourselves, and Schumacher's at 7. We get all the bonuses, which is great. And we also don't get any damage deductions either. All good. We'll go through all the sponsor stuff next episode, which will be our first 50% race for such a long time, and hopefully we'll maintain the 50% races after that, and it'll just be one race per episode, and we'll start, seeing more stuff happen, enjoy it more. And I've not overly enjoyed the 25% races because you can't really get into strategy, you can't do as much, and there's less time to push the car. So we will be going to the 50% races. I do hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you are new around here, please subscribe for more. If you enjoyed this, leave a like. And I've been Chris12 LFC, and I will see you later.